Far beyond the mountains, where the land stretched into dark valleys and endless clouds, something ancient was beginning to move. For centuries, the sky above that land had remained silent. But tonight, the wind was restless. Clouds twisted slowly together like giant shadows gathering in the sky. Lightning flickered quietly behind them, like glowing eyes hidden inside the storm. And deep within those clouds, a powerful spirit was awakening. Not a gentle spirit like the forest guardian. Not a restless spirit like the mountain giant. This one ruled the skies themselves. Back in the peaceful village of Kijana, the morning had started quietly. Children played near the huts. Villagers prepared their food for the day. The warm sunlight covered the land like a soft blanket. But something strange was happening above them. The sky was darker than usual. The wind moved faster. And far away in the distance, thunder whispered across the mountains. Jenny looked up slowly. Her heart felt the same strange pull she had felt before. The earth and the sky were speaking again. Scene 3. The drum speaks. Inside the center of the village stood the sacred drum. The same drum that had warned them before. The same drum that had answered Jenny's dance. And now, it began to glow again. But this time, the glow was different. Blue light mixed with flashes of silver lightning. Boom! The drum sounded softly on its own. Dede stepped back nervously. I don't think drums are supposed to play themselves. Little Dodo hid behind him. I don't like when the drum wakes up. Jenny stepped closer. She placed her hand gently on the drum surface. It was trembling, just like the sky. Suddenly the wind rushed through the village. The trees bent and the dust swirled around their feet. The forest spirit appeared once more at the edge of the trees, glowing softly as always. But this time, even the spirit looked worried. Little dancer, the spirit said slowly, the balance you restored has awakened a ruler of storms. Jenny's eyes widened. The Storm King. Long ago, before the forest grew tall, before the mountains formed their rocky crowns, the sky itself had a guardian. The Storm King controlled thunder, lightning, and the great winds of the world. But his power was too great. And when the balance of the earth weakened, his storms could destroy entire lands. So the ancient spirits placed him into a long sleep, high above the world, hidden inside the endless sky. But now, that sleep was ending. Without warning, the sky exploded with thunder. Crack! A giant bolt of lightning tore through the clouds and struck the mountains beyond the village. The ground trembled. Villagers ran from their huts in fear. Children held onto their parents. The storm was coming, and it was growing stronger. Jenny stood quietly as the wind whipped through her hair. She could feel the rhythm of the storm. Wild, uncontrolled, angry. But somewhere inside that chaos, there was still a rhythm, a heartbeat. She turned to Dede and Dodo. We have to find a Storm King. Dede blinked. You mean go into the storm? Dodo shook his head quickly. I vote we stay here. But Jenny already knew the truth. If they did nothing, the storm would find them anyway. The three children began their journey once again, past the forest, past the mountain they had climbed before, and toward the dark sky where lightning was dancing wildly. The wind grew stronger with every step. Rain began to fall, and thunder rolled across the land like giant drums beating in the sky. But Jenny kept walking, because the rhythm of the earth was guiding her forward. Suddenly the clouds split open. Lightning exploded across the sky, and from the heart of the storm, a massive figure began to form, made of thunder, made of wind, made of lightning itself. The Storm King had risen. His glowing eyes looked down at the tiny children standing below, and his voice shook the sky. Who dares walk into my storm? Jenny stepped forward slowly. Her feet touched the ground. The rain fell around her. The lightning flashed above her. But she was not afraid, because she knew what the world needed. A new rhythm. She closed her eyes and began to dance, slowly at first, then stronger, then brighter. And with every step she took, the storm began to listen. For the first time since it had awakened, the Storm King stopped moving. Lightning froze in the sky. The wind slowed. The rain softened. The giant spirit looked down at the small dancer glowing beneath the storm. And in a deep, rumbling voice, he spoke. You carry the rhythm of the earth. But can you calm the storm of the sky? Jenny opened her eyes. The storm was watching her now, waiting, and the next step she took would decide the fate of the entire land. To be continued.